'Cause I'm TNT, I'm dynamite.
Welcome back, fellow Patriots. It's time for round two.
And it's time for basketball! Follow me, Blazer. The boys kicked off their season on the 9th of November, and the varsity girls began practice November 16th. The boys have their first game on November 24th at Pipestone, and the girls have their first game December 3rd at RTR. Make sure you're there to watch both teams play.
Also, 10 students were selected as all-conference athletes from the fall season. Stuart Plimpton, Cooper Vaughn, Zach Skolton, Logan Luthold, and Isaiah Viss were presented with awards for their performance during the football season, with Trenton Bass and Drew Forshey receiving honorable mentions. Avery Van Rokel and Jasmine Lingen were awarded for their volleyball skills, with Sydney Fick receiving honorable mention.
Now to our reporter Kirsten with the latest in FFA news.
Every year the FFA members go on a junior-senior trip. This year we went to Albert Lea, Minnesota, November 4th through 6th. While we were there, we went to a dairy farm, an alpaca farm, Cabela's, a reptile zoo, a tractor plane museum, and then we went on an Alamo wood processing tour. At the dairy farm, we went and looked at the cows and learned about what an organic dairy farm has to do. Then at the alpaca farm, we got the opportunity to feed the alpacas, and we got to see where they make shirts from alpacas. After that, we went to a reptile zoo where we got to pet a snake, alligator, and a turtle, and we also got to learn many new things about them. While we were at the Tractor Plane Museum, we got to see a lot of unique old tractors and planes. When we were at the Alamo Wood Processing Tour, we got to see how they make framed buildings. We also went to Owatonna to learn about how Cabela's got started. In our free time, we decided to go bowling and go to a mall in Albert Lea.
Thanks, Kirsten. On November 12th, the HBC band put on their annual fall concert. The audience listened to both the junior high and high school bands, who performed 5 songs each. Each band was directed by the one, the only, Mr. Dale Nelson. 5 band students were also selected to participate in the 58th annual Augustana Band Festival. Emma Baker, Trevor Paulson, Taya Richards, Ashley Esslink, and Olivia Richards spent 2 days rehearsing music with other talented student musicians from around the tri-state area. On November 14th, they played in a concert held inside the Washington Pavilion Theater, performing alongside the Augustana College Band.
The choir, directed by Rebecca Rasmussen, performed 5 songs including Pompeii and I Bet My Life on November 19th for the annual choir concert.
I bet my life. We appreciate our staff here at HBC, and we want our audience to get to know them as well as we do. Our reporter Alexis Berger brings you more.
This week we are getting to know one of our new teachers, Mrs. Comfort. So Mrs. Comfort, how long have you been teaching for?
This will be my 11th year.
What schools have you taught at in the past?
Previously, my first year teaching back in 2005, I taught at GHEC, Grenada Huntley East Chain for 1 year, and then I went to RTR in Tyler, and I was there for 9 years, and then here I am for my 11th year.
Wow. What is the best and least favorite part of your job?
I would say the best and the least have to do with students, because you have really good situations where you have a student learn and they get it, or you're able to help them with something and you have a really good feeling. The whole rest of the day you're thinking, oh, that was awesome. And then the least favorite, it has to do with students as well, when there are students that misbehave and then it distracts everything and everything's all out of whack.
What is your favorite thing about English?
I've always loved grammar. I've kind of been known as a grammar nerd.
What are your hobbies outside of school?
Well, recently we bought an old house, so my hobby since school started has been every single weekend to work on fixing this house that was built in like 1890. I'm sick of it. So that's been my hobby lately. Otherwise, I love to read. I like to do little crafts. I like little kids, so I hang out with my nieces and nephews a lot.
What animal is your favorite?
I really like cats, but I also love my dog. But I would say if I wasn't married and stuff, I would be a cat lady. I like cats.
What is one of your strengths?
School related?
Or just
in
anything?
general?
Just anything.
I'd say one of my strengths is overcoming tough situations, because it may take a while, you may have time, but I feel like I learn from these big bad situations or these whatever things that happen, and I move on rather than let it get me down or make me depressed, stuff like that. So overcoming things.
That's good. What is your favorite TV show?
That's really hard because I don't watch TV a lot. I haven't had cable it's been a long time. 10, 15 years. I wouldn't say that I have a specific one I could even name.
Now this is our last question. What is your favorite smell?
My favorite smell. I really like the smell of cooking apple pie. Apple pie is really good.
It is. Well, there you have it. Getting to know Mrs. Comfort.
Thanks, Alexis. The FCA kids got together for Tip Night at Pizza Ranch on November 2nd. They raised $1,000, which was donated to Project Love to help people in the community. Great job!
It's time for the question of the week, courtesy of Tessa Clarenbeek. This week's question is, what's your happy place?
What is your happy place?
Sitting on my couch with some high chai and Breaking Bad.
Let's see, in my room, staring out a window with a hot cup of coffee on a stormy day, watching the lightning striking, rainfall.
Oh, my bed with my dog. Going to church is my happy place.
My happy place is my bed, to sleep.
Being with my granddaughter.
Probably fishing.
Playing sports.
Probably just hanging out in my room, downstairs in the basement.
Alright, thank you.
My lake cabin.
My happy place is probably the kitchen because there's food everywhere in there and I can eat everything.
My room. So, because it's snowing outside right now, my happy place would be anywhere where it's warm.
It's Pizza Ranch.
My happy place is probably fishing.
Breaking news from outside, the first snowfall of the year. Now we go to Stuart Plimpton with the weather report. Stuart, what's the weather like out there?
Well, it is snowing heavily out here. There's at least 8 feet of snow behind me. If you can tell by comparing my height with the snowbank, is good 6 to 8 feet of snow, and it's quite cold, and I wish I had a coat.
That's it for this edition of TNT.
Bye! Oh!
Impressive.
Make sure you tune in for our next episode, the Christmas episode.
It's gonna be a horribly good time. Snowburn is a very real thing.
This is a real struggle, isn't it?
Just a person. Alexis, the F don't ask
Hold
if I'm ready
yourself
yet.
together.
I didn't say Pizza Ranch.
Is it going?
It's going now.
You start again.
Ah!
Ball of skills. Ball of skills.